Hello and welcome to today's Explainer. So, you've probably been seeing those little pop-up messages on your screen asking you to upgrade to Windows 11, right? And if you're like most folks, you might be feeling just a little bit of anxiety about actually clicking that button. Well, you're in the exact right place. Today, we're going to walk through exactly how to safely upgrade to Windows 11, completely skipping all that usual tech stress. We're taking it step by step, making absolutely sure you feel fully prepared and super confident before you even begin.
Okay, let's dive into this. You know, the very first question pretty much everyone asks when they see that big update screen is simply, is this actually safe to do? It's totally normal to worry that a massive update like this might break your computer, or worse, erase all your precious photos and memories. But I want to reassure you right out of the gate. These upgrades are perfectly safe, they're very standard, and they are literally designed to be as straightforward as possible. You are absolutely in good hands here.
There's a great quote from Walter Computer Setup that really hits the nail on the head. They say that upgrading from Windows 10 to Windows 11 is usually straightforward, but a little prep beforehand avoids most of the common headaches. That brilliantly illustrates our main goal today. We're just going to do that tiny bit of preparation together right now so you can totally bypass those tech headaches we all dread.
All right, here's our roadmap for today. We've got a simple before, during, and after checklist. First, we'll check if you're actually ready for Windows 11. Then we'll secure your files and passwords. After that, we check on those printers and apps. Then we prep for the actual upgrade itself. And finally, we'll wrap up with a really quick after-upgrade checklist.
Step 1, ready for Windows 11. Now, Windows 11 does have slightly stricter hardware requirements than older versions. But don't worry, your computer will actually just tell you if it's eligible right there in your settings menu under Windows Update. Or you can easily use Microsoft's free PC Health Check tool to find out. Now, what's really interesting is that if you use that check tool, you might stumble across the term TPM 2.0. Sounds super technical, right? Let's break that jargon down into plain English. TPM 2.0 is simply an extra built-in security lock inside your computer. Think of it like a second deadbolt on your front door. It just adds a nice extra layer of safety. And only some of the newer computers actually have this specific deadbolt installed. If your computer has it, you are good to go.
Moving right along to Step 2, secure files and passwords. Look, before making any big changes to your system, it's always just a wonderful idea to safely back up your important documents and precious family photos. It just gives you total peace of mind. You can always back up your files to an external hard drive that you physically plug in, sure. But you can also use something called a cloud service, things like OneDrive or Google Drive. Now, if the word cloud sounds a bit confusing or abstract, just think of a cloud service as a highly secure storage space that exists completely outside of your computer. It's exactly like a physical storage unit that you might rent down the street. Even if something crazy happens to your house, or in this case your computer, all your precious files and memories are locked up safe and sound off-site in that rented storage unit.
The other half of securing your info involves your logins. Just double-check that you actually know your Microsoft account password, your email password, and your home Wi-Fi password before you start the upgrade. And hey, if you use a password manager, just make sure you know how to get into it. If you aren't quite sure what a password manager is, simply picture a digital, locked notebook that remembers all your passwords for you. You just need to make absolutely sure you have the master key to that notebook before you kick off the upgrade process.
Okay, Step 3, check printers and apps. So, the crucial point here is that most of your modern software and devices are going to work perfectly after the upgrade without you lifting a single finger. But older printers or really niche programs, they might need a quick check beforehand. Sometimes those older devices need updated drivers. I know, there's another tech word, but let's demystify that one too. Drivers are basically just small helper programs that let your computer understand how to talk to a specific device, like your printer. Imagine a translator standing between two people who speak entirely different languages. The driver is just that helpful translator, ensuring your computer and your printer understand each other perfectly, which honestly is a minor miracle when it comes to printers, am I right?
To prevent any sudden, nasty surprises like your printers just totally giving up after the upgrade, you can do an incredibly simple web search right now. Just hop online and type in your exact printer model plus the words Windows 11. Doing this quick little search ahead of time will tell you instantly if your trusty printer is ready for the new system, which is going to save you a massive headache later on.
Let's move on and see how this builds into Step 4, plug in and be patient. Your files are safe in storage. Your passwords are handy in your notebook. Your translator is ready to go. Now, it's finally time for the main event, the actual upgrade phase. Handling the actual upgrade is a breeze with these 3 simple steps. Step 1, physically plug your computer charger into the wall. We absolutely do not want the battery dying halfway through the process. Step 2, go ahead and click the button to start the upgrade. And step 3, the hardest part, walk away and just be patient. Depending on your specific computer, this whole thing can take anywhere from 30 minutes to a couple of hours. So use this time to read a book, go for a nice walk. Just whatever you do, please don't start this process right before you need your laptop for a video call or something important.
All right, step 5, the after upgrade checklist. Congratulations, your computer has restarted and the hardest part is completely over. Now we just have a quick, simple cleanup phase.
Let's gently run through these final few checks. First up, run Windows Update just one more time, mostly to catch any lingering minor updates. Next, just confirm that your home Wi-Fi is actually connected, your printer is printing, and your favorite key apps open up normally. Finally, take a deep breath and just give yourself a few minutes to play around. You'll notice the new Start menu and taskbar look noticeably different from Windows 10. They're centered on the screen now instead of tucked away in the corner. It's a change for sure, but I promise it's very friendly and super easy to learn once you click around a bit.
Now, I want to say this clearly. If you've watched this entire explainer and you're still feeling a bit apprehensive or intimidated, that is incredibly normal. You do not have to do this alone. Actually, having a professional come by for a quick visit to handle the backups and double-check your settings is a totally valid option. In fact, it's a wonderfully common request. There is zero shame in asking for a helping hand to make sure the whole shebang is done right.
But if you're feeling brave, you really do have all the tools you need right now. You know all about the second deadbolt, the rented storage unit, the locked notebook, and the helpful translator. You've got the complete checklist. So I'll leave you with this thought. Knowing exactly how safe and straightforward this process really is, what is stopping you from taking a deep breath and upgrading today? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and happy computing.